Hi everyone, I'm Needlecraft Annie. This is flosstube number 117, I think. And yeah, I'm still doing my March competition. I'm coming to an end. I have 4 or 5 days left. So I'm still having a lot of fun doing it. It's a little bit sad that some days I just don't have a lot of time, therefore not a lot of progress on those projects. But I do enjoy it very much, and I definitely do it again next year. So my March competition, for all of you who maybe did not watch my last videos, is basically a bracket. 2 projects always compete against each other, and the winner moves on to the next round. I started with 16 projects, and I already know the first project that's going to be in the final. And yeah, 2 others. One I will stitch on today, and then I will be able to post on Instagram. So you can decide which one wins, because that's basically how I decide the winner. I post a poll on Instagram in my story, and whichever gets more likes, or yeah, whichever wins the poll, then moves forward to the next round. And as I said, I already have the first project in my finale, so that's exciting. Yeah, basically that's it, I think. So let's go through all my projects, show you what I worked on, talk a little bit about the March competition, which projects competed against which, stuff like that, which one. And then we talk about this week, because March is coming to an end this week and then April starts. So we have to talk about that. First, let's get started with my travel project. Basically, that means I take the project with me to work, or if I go somewhere else outside my house and think I have some stitchy time, that's the project I take with me. So that project for me at the moment is Twisted Band Templar by Northern Expressions Needlework. This is going to be the finished piece. I'm getting closer and closer to the end. I'm stitching in band number 14 at the moment. So excited about that. And I show a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So not a lot of progress. Basically, I am stitching in a specialty stitches band, presently stitching queen stitches. And last time you saw it, I think I had 3 or 4 queen stitches done. And now I moved them down to here, still a thread parked. And I still have to finish all those queen stitches and then do the eyelet stitches, I think it is, over the whole length of the band, and then I'll be done. So last week I actually worked Monday through Saturday, so 6 days instead of 5. And all of those days were so busy. 2 days I did not stitch a bit, and all those other days I got maybe half a length of thread in my lunch break, which is basically nothing. So just not a lot of progress, but it's better than nothing. I can't wait to have those queen stitches done. I don't like them. I don't like how they lay. Last time I got a commenter who said she loves how those queen stitches look. Hers never look as good. And I was just, okay, I'm really happy she wrote that, because I feel so bad about my queen stitches. They look not good. So at least I'm not the only one having trouble with that. So I bring it a little bit closer so you can see those specialty stitches. As I said, I first did eyelet stitches, then queen stitches, and then there are some upright cross stitches in the middle. First in color 1 and then in color 2. I already did those upright cross stitches, and I'm now busy with those queen stitches in the second color. So yeah, I started another queen stitch and I had to pack it away because I ran out of time once again. So I'm in the middle of a stitch basically. But yeah, still have to continue that, then the eyelet stitches, and then I can start with the next cross stitch band. So I hope that actually happens next week or this week during work hours. Would be nice to finish another band. This project is stitched on a 32 count white opalescent Belfast linen. I'm stitching 1/2 4 crosses. The specialty stitches are all stitched with 1 strand of floss as well, except for the satin stitches in band number 10. Those are stitched with 2 strands. I'm stitching with dinky dies. There's a conversion for a Versoir, one for the DMC and one for dinky dies, and that's the one I chose. And I'm getting so close. I only have 4 colors left to use, and with including this band, 4 bands left to stitch. So I'm getting so close to actually being done, and I can't wait. But this week, not a lot of progress. I hope there will be a bit more this week. Last week there wasn't a whole lot of progress, and I hope there will be a bit more this week. It's super confusing to say to use last week and this week and next week, because I always film in between the weeks, or normally. Those last few months it did not work out as well, but normally I film on Monday morning and basically tell you everything I did the week before. And in my plans I talk about the week that's starting on Monday morning. So I'm kind of an in-between state, and it's sometimes really hard to get that right. Okay, next, let's move to my March competition. Last time we spoke, it was Sunday, and I needed to stitch on Colorado Mountains by Golden Kite. This is going to be the finished piece. And a show picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So basically I did stitch in this column over here, finish the column, therefore finish the page, and next time I stitch on it I will move down here. So this is stitched on 25 count even weave, 2 over 110 stitch, needleminder from Denker Designs, and I bring that part a little bit closer. I finished all my park threads. I already had a big part down here done in the greens, but filled in all the holes that were left and then all the rest of the mountain. And I have a page finished. This was the 10th page I finished on this project. And I think it was page 11. Yeah, it was page 11 I finished. And also the 11th page. So yeah, getting closer to the end. I did some calculations after I finished the page, and I'm now at about 55% done. So I'm getting closer. Over halfway done. That's really cool. So this one was in a match with Raven Queen, and on Raven Queen I already had stitched the Saturday before, so you had already seen that. And now I stitched on Colorado Mountains on Sunday, and then I posted the match up on Instagram, and Raven Queen won. So this one is out of my March competition. I'm going to stitch on it today for about 100 stitches, because it's Monday, so Monday is Golden Kite Day. I will start in this column down here, probably start from the bottom with my parked threads, working my way through the top with the parked threads. Not going to finish all of them because there are a lot in there. But yeah, going to start on this page down here today for about 100 stitches before I then move on to my main project. Okay. So now, then I moved to my next match, and the first project in the next match was Tiger Chilling Out by Dimensions. This is going to be the finished piece, and I show a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So on this one, on this one I stitched twice since you saw it last. Because last time I stitched on this one, it won its match, so I got to stitch on it again yesterday. So 2 times progress on this one, 2 days progress on this one. I have finished all the cross stitches. The tiger is completely done, the tiger itself, and I just have to finish off the water and the reflections. There's still quite a bit to do, as you can see. I think that's not even the right side. There are maybe 2 or 3 stitches still missing, and I have to fill in all of that. And that's not the bottom. So the bottom is 2 or 3 stitches below even that. So yeah, so quite a bit to go. I was hoping to finish it the beginning of April. I don't think that's going to work out, but it was really funny to see. Some of you answered on my Instagram stories when this one was up last time, and a lot of you said, I voted for the tiger because I know you want to finish him. And it's kind of, I think it's really sweet. You think about my goals and try to help me finish my goals. It's really sweet. That was really fun to see and to read, and I was really happy about that. I want to finish him, and I love that he's moved forward so far in the competition. So far, he's with the final 4. I will be posting his match tomorrow, so you can vote if he comes into the finale. But yeah, I'm just really happy, and I'm not just happy with how far he got in the competition, but also how far he got on the project itself. It's pretty cool. I like that. And I don't want to put him away because I want to keep on showing him off. He looks amazing. I just love how he looks. Yeah, amazing. So, as I said, with the final 8, so in round 2, he was competing against the project I show you next, and he won. So he moved on to the final 4. In those final 4, I have already stitched on him. And his match partner I will be stitching on today. And then you will see the Instagram poll probably tomorrow. I still have to post my progress picture on Instagram for yesterday's progress. With him, I really want to take the picture in daylight, because otherwise you don't see a whole lot. It's just nicer to have it done in daylight. So that will come today as well, probably while editing this video. So yeah, me talking about it does not make any sense, because you will have seen, or you will be able to see the Instagram picture until this video is actually uploaded. But yeah. Okay, in round 2, the match partner for Tiger Chilling Out was Dragon Dancer by Having Enough Designs. The artwork is by N. Stokes. This is going to be the finished piece, and I'll show a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So basically I stitched up here in this page, which is page number 4. I finished the color I had started last time, which is another pink. And then I went back into the first column from top to bottom, searched for the first symbol that I hadn't stitched yet, and then finished that color on the page as well. Both colors I had still some thread left over and had already finished in page 4, the one I want to stitch, and also page number 5, because there were only, I think with one color it was 3 stitches and the other one was 1. So I finished those in page number 5 as well. And then I moved down into this page over here. That is the next page I'm going to stitch after page 4 is done. So I basically already started a little bit with that. I bring it a little bit closer. The page I have stitched on, or the pages I have stitched on, although I can see a bit. Yeah, a little bit more progress, not a whole lot, but I'm happy with everything. Every little stitch I did, I'm happy with that. It's stitched on a 32 count Zweigart linen, and I'm stitching 2 over 1/10 stitch. And yeah, I can't wait to continue on this page, because on towards the right side of the page I will get some nice light blues. So far, all of this basically has been pinkish colors and a little bit of those blues and purples for the trees, and I just can't wait for some other colors. So very much looking forward to that. But yeah, this is my Dragon Dancer. As I said, he competed against Tiger Chilling Out and he lost. Therefore, Dragon Dancer is out of the competition. So maybe I will come back to it in April. Yeah, that's that. The next pairing, project number 1 from the next pairing, was Mini Magic Mirror. The artwork is by N. Stokes and charted by Having Enough Designs. This is going to be the finished piece. I showed a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So with this one, I'm stitching on page number 1. I'm going through the columns from top to bottom, left to right, take the first symbol that's not yet stitched, and then stitch one length of thread with that color before I move on to the next symbol. So I did finish a bit more down here, I think, and then I moved, no, I didn't. I already was in column number 2, and I moved further down, and now I'm presently in here. There are a few confetti stitches still missing. I did move a bit more over here, down here, and especially down here with some skin color. That's the word. Some skin color, and I think those stitches are actually part of her hand touching the mirror. So that's pretty exciting. You can't see anything or recognize anything, but still, I'm really happy about that. So yeah, that's my mini magic mirror. It's moving along. I'm slowly, very slowly, but surely filling in page number 1. I can't wait to have that top row of pages done. I forgot to say, as I said, I'm taking the colors in the column top to bottom, left to right, and do one length of thread, except for black. I'm going to leave all the black unstitched until everything else on the page is done, and then I just fill in all the black on the page. That's what I did for those 3 pages over here, and it's kind of fun. So I'm going to do that for page number 1 as well. It is stitched on a 28 count Lugana. I'm stitching 2 over 1/10 stitch, and the needleminder is from Just So Heavenly. And I bring the page a little bit closer, just so you can see. Here I did a few more stitches, and I can't wait to have it done. Yeah, and as you can see, there are a few stitches missing in here, so those will be the next ones I use to continue stitching. But this one lost its match. It was actually the closest so far. I forgot the exact percentage, but it was the closest so far. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think 55 and 45% in the end, something like that, which is pretty close. And it lost against Mini Cinderella, also charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. The artwork is by Alexandra Daw. This is going to be the finished piece, and I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So on this one I had a part thread over here, so I finished that, I think around here, and then I moved into page number 4, because with this one, page number 1 is already done. All the other pages, I take the color highest up, left to right, that is not yet stitched, and then stitch one length of thread. And then I move into the next page and do the same. And so I go through all of the pages with one length of thread, or until my time runs out, and the next time I take this project out again, I then start once again on page number 2, because I really want to finish page number 2. It's getting closer and closer. So on page, I think 11 and 12, I have not yet stitched anything, but on all the other pages, I already did that with at least one length of thread. But I still had a part thread over here, so I did that, and that thread came from page number 3. So this time I decided to continue with page number 4, where I did a lot of white, which you probably can see, and then did page 5, and I think also page 6. So I did a bit more down here in this number, which is number 8. It's a little bit hard the other way around. So basically mirrored. And then I did a bit more in here, so you can see that slowly but surely is getting filled in, that part. So that's exciting. It is stitched on 28 count light blue even weave. I'm stitching 1 over 1 4 crosses, needleminder from Danka Designs. And yeah, I'm just really happy with this one, getting close to 52%. Slowly but surely. And as I said, this one won against Mini Magic Mirror, so it is in my top 4. I will be stitching on it today, and then it will be competing against Tiger Chilling Out. So I'm excited about that and what you decide. Okay. Have to put it away, and then we continue talking. And that actually was round number 2. So my top 8. And top 4 has been decided. So let's now talk about top 4. Okay. The first project in my top 4 was Cinderella Rex Ridges by John Elliott. Basically, when you buy this chart or this pattern, you get 2 separate patterns. You get Cinderella and Rex and Cinderella and Ridges, but you can combine them, and that's the way I'm going to stitch it. I have already finished Cinderella and Rex and have now slowly started with Cinderella in Ridges. I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So, yeah. Too complicated to completely unroll it, but you saw Cinderella in Rex a few times already. Yeah, let me show her. Okay, so that's Cinderella and Rex. As I said, I stitched her last year. And this time around, I finally finished all the Kreinik backstitching in the window. And then went over into Cinderella in Ridges. Took the symbol highest up, not yet stitched, left to right. And did 1 length of thread. So basically a whole lot of hair. There is a bit more of Kreinik above her head. A few Kreinik swirls on the other side of her head that I have not yet done. Some Kreinik backstitch stars that are not yet done. And of course some beads in the window and all the way over here and above her head that I haven't done yet. So far I think I want to concentrate a bit more on the normal DMC cross stitches to just have her face stitched. Have her face look nice, and then continue with all the Kreinik and beads and stuff like that. At the moment, I'm just super busy, and I do not feel like I have the time to bring out all my beads, start beading, and then maybe get 10 beads in and pack it all away. My floss is always out, is always lying next to me, so it's just a lot faster to just take the floss, the DMC floss, and start stitching. So that's probably what I'm going to do in the month of March. She stitched on 28 count casual linen in the colorway Fog by Pictures Plus, 2/2 full crosses, needleminder from Danka Designs, and yeah, this is where I'm at with her. What is that? Oh, that's that. Sorry. Yeah. This one was part of my top 4. And it competed against some other project I'm going to show you in a second, and it won. So Cinderella Rex Ridges is in finale, which means I'm going to stitch on her tomorrow, hopefully doing a lot of progress. Tomorrow is the first day in a while where I have nothing to do at all, and I'm going to use that for stitching. So I really want to do a huge amount on Cinderella in Ridges. Hopefully that works out. And I do not get any spontaneous plans, which might happen, but so far nothing's planned. And I might be able to do a lot on Cinderella and Rex, or Cinderella in Ridges basically, which would be amazing. Yeah, so the project it won against, this was also kind of close, especially in the beginning. It shifted a lot, but in the end it was more obvious than I thought it would be, especially considering the beginning of the poll. Cinderella Rex Ridges won against Raven Queen by Mirabilia. So this is going to be the finished piece. I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So basically what I did, I finished this part of the background with a little bit of backstitching that is in here. I don't think you can actually see it. Above those Kreinik, there's a little bit of black backstitching, not a lot. But I finished all that, finished all those stitches over here and the line below. With my leftover thread, I went into the left side of the background, started stitching there. As you can see, a little bit of black, a few whites, dark gray. There are a few stitches missing on the side, but that's the border. I first want to finish the left side of the background, then do the complete border, and then move into her dress. So the dress will be last, and just filling in all that's left. But yeah, this is my Raven Queen. I'm super happy with the started background over here. So next time I can really start that. Yeah, just really happy. She stitched on a 32 count gray linen. I know it's a Belfast linen, but I can't remember the exact shade of gray it is. Some light gray. The needleminder is from Denka Designs, and yeah, she looks gorgeous. She always does. But as I said numerous times already, she lost against Cinderella Rex Ridges, and therefore is out of my March competition. But that's fine. Okay, so that's basically all the projects I stitched on for my March competition. Not a whole lot. A few already got a second day. So now let's talk about my plans. Well, I'm going to continue with my March competition until the 31st of March. As I said, today I stitched on my last project for my top 4, which is Mini Cinderella. Tomorrow it's Cinderella Rex Ridges, the first project in my finale. On Wednesday, it's the second project in the finale, either Tiger Chilling Out or Mini Cinderella, although you seem to like my non-full coverage pieces a lot more than full coverage pieces. I do have more full coverage than non-full coverage, and yet there's 3 non-full coverage projects in my top 4. So let's see what you decide tomorrow. If Tiger Chilling Out or Cinderella, Mini Cinderella move forward, we will see about that. On Thursday, which is the 31st of March. I will have already posted a poll for the finale, which one is the actual winner, a little bit earlier, probably before I stitch on the second project, because on the 31st on Thursday, I'm going to stitch on my winner for the whole day, to finish out the competition, to give it an extra day because you liked it the most, so it gets another day of progress. And then March is done and the March competition is done. As I said in the beginning of the video, it was a lot of fun, and I'm definitely going to do it again next year. Actually, today I was going to some sports, and I had to drive for about 15 minutes, and all those whole 15 minutes I was like, okay, I'm going to do that next year. My plans are to finish those projects. That means I have, I think, 8 or 9 left, which means I want to start a project every day, which means I end up with that amount of projects for next year's March. And I was so into planning already for next year's March, which is super crazy, but it also was a lot of fun, and I really can't wait to do that again. It's been really cool. But first there's April, then there's May, which will be different once again, and August will be a little bit different because it's arbitrary August. And I realized this year, or for the beginning of the year, I created a rotation for myself that I basically never used so far this year. January and February were so busy, I basically did not have enough stitching time to actually do my rotation. During March, I then did March Madness, or March competition as I called it. And now April will be the first month I will actually be able to use my rotation. So that is the plan. I'm going to stitch my rotation during April. I totally forgot my rotation, so I have to look it up again. But I talk about that next Monday in my next video, because I'm going to start next Monday, which is the 4th of April, I think. I'm not going to start with the 1st of April, because my rotation is on a weekly basis. So Monday is my oldest full coverage project, Tuesday is my oldest non-full coverage project, and so on. So those first 3 days of April are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So for those days, I want to do something different, but I do not know what. One idea was to stitch on Tiger Chilling Out in the hopes of finishing him, but I don't think 3 days will be enough. And also with the black fabric, it's kind of hard to stitch on him, especially for longer periods of time. So I'm not even sure if I could concentrate on him to finish him, because I might burn out before I do. Therefore, not exactly sure what I'm going to do, or if I'm going to do a whip go called and not yet finished. Each month, 2 whip go projects get called. Whip go is basically a bingo board with 25 squares, so 25 projects, and I have a goal on there for every one of my projects. It is a year-end goal, so it's fine if I don't finish during the month they get called. But I want to give it at least a little bit of attention during those months. And that did not work out as well as I planned to, once again because of a lack of stitching time in January and February, and March competition in March. Therefore, maybe whip go called not finished for 3 days might work, and I could choose 3 different projects, or I could choose just one project for all 3 days. I'm not sure yet. So yeah, not yet sure what I'm going to do. Maybe I try to see what wins in my March competition before I decide, or I just stitch on whatever I feel like stitching on. Maybe on the twisted band sample in the hopes of finishing him, but I don't know if I want to finish him or if I want to keep him for a little bit longer so I can take him as travel stitching, because I have no idea about which project to take next as travel stitching. So yeah, we will see. That's it for plans. I know you know exactly what I'm going to stitch on during April now. I'm sorry about that. It's just that I'm still not really sure what I'm going to stitch on, and I kind of forgot my rotation, so I'm going to talk about that in my next video, which hopefully will be next Monday. This time I was really good. I'm here on a Monday. I still have the time to actually upload on a Monday. I'm very proud of myself. Yeah, basically that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're as proud as I am. And I will see you next Monday, hopefully, in my next video. I hope you enjoyed. Bye!